Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Whispers of Ruin. I am Mysterious Akatsuki GM, and these are my Shinobi.
Hello. I almost died last session.
What did you do
Yeah,
with
you
our
did.
butter, GM?
You'll never find him.
I like how you actually have a Akatsuki Butter GM, but because I put the picture of your normal one, it's just normal Butter GM.
Oh,
Butter.
that's the evil one, not the Akatsuki one.
We'll swap that we'll swap that when we can, but
We'll swap that in post. Don't worry about it.
I feel like Parquet DM would be the the Wario of DMs.
Yep. The parquet DM. It's very flat.
It's like carpet DM, right?
Hello, everybody. I'm glad to hear you all once again. Are you ready to get back into our tale of revenge?
yes.
Probably not.
Maybe.
Yay.
Jury is out
Fantastic.
on it.
Well, let's do a quick little recap then. Your group had traveled and tracked down the first of your targets, a man who is an ex-Tanigakure nin named Scarecrow. Through a harrowing battle, he was struck with a absolutely devastating Chidori to the chest, and on death's door, he beseeched the monk to grant him the power to crush you all and to essentially preserve all of this wealth that he had amassed, in which he did by shoving his arm through the exact hole that Kaminari made, transforming Scarecrow into a bloodthirsty, terrifying, demon-like creature. You all did battle with it, some of you almost dying, but through teamwork as well as some sharing of resources, you all were able to put down the demon before it could do any true harm to you by taking one of your lives. But that has revealed something to you all. So, after speaking with your not quite friends of the Coast Nin, you all were allowed to leave, where you had taken refuge within the domain of the Steer. There was a bit of talking back and forth, but I like us to recap that a little bit for the audience, and then we will continue from that moment. So,
All right. Yes, from my side of things, I told the party about Hakuzo. And let me bring up the post here so I can read to the audience.
This is all scripted.
Yes, this was all between session like roleplay for us. Yeah, he described to the group how after the village was attacked, things in his life just kind of got bottled up. He didn't really talk about it as much. And considering his father was the commander, the village was his responsibility, so Kaminari kind of took that to try to be better than that. And just getting overwhelmed one day, he came face to face with this mysterious fox-masked individual who said he'd help him get stronger if he needed him to.
and so, with that in mind, I know that Shion also had a moment of being overcome with the emotion of seeing the monk and not quite being ready to take that revenge she sought so well.
Sorry, were you talking to me? Or who?
Oh yeah, and I was just recapping a little bit. You can recap everything for Shion as well, if you like.
Oh, sure. She had to compose herself after getting so angered by seeing the monk in person again for the first time in all these many years. So she took a few moments to do that. And then back inside, to where everybody was gathering to listen to Kaminari, and basically just wanted to make sure he was okay, and um, told them when Kaminari asked if she was all right, she basically just told him that she wouldn't be all right until the monk was dead, but she didn't want to see any of her friends getting hurt.
Echo and I did also talk before game when it comes to changes with the leveling and stuff during their travels and during Gion healing Kaminari. She also taught him some Winjutsu.
Oh, okay.
So I can keep myself alive now.
Woo!
Very good.
Oh, I know what jutsu you took then.
I think I do too, but it's a good one.
I took second wind because I'm used to being a fighter.
That's fair. I'll say second wind. Yep. Also. But yes. So, I will say, as you all here in the realm of the seer, with all the spider lilies that extend out far into the distance, within it, this almost manor lost to time. You can see the sitting area you all find yourselves in. Having walked in, the doors open for you by themselves, and when you first got here, the halls were all dim except for like the one path to the seer, but you see that there are candles lit to help kind of guide your way. There are no other people here, though you can see there are echoes of people, shadows of them, like servants that, should you require anything, wordlessly look as though they're talking to you, asking like, what do you need? And you can kind of, through your mind, kind of get the gist of what they're asking for. And if you talk to them, they do indeed get what you ask them to get for you. So you are being waited on by possibly echoes of servants that once called this place home. And even the architecture itself, again, is very old, from a different civilization entirely. But while it seems from the outside just a simple manor, on the inside it does certainly have winding halls. If you wish to, walk around and kind of check things out, but there isn't a presence of danger here. The only time you feel any kind of pressure is if you approach the seer's chambers. That's where you probably would prefer to be on your best behavior. But if anyone would like to talk to the seer as well while you were here, let me know. But you have essentially the run of the place as you all rest. So we can continue our scene there as you all are essentially, taking off your armor and have this time to relax and reflect on everything that has transpired, and quite a bit has.
I can't believe we're being butlered by our sleep paralysis demons.
Basically.
I feel like Takemi would have like all the power here with these shadow beings.
Maybe you want to reach out?
Absolutely not.
No idea.
Duck said nope and then muted himself again.
I will say, point of note too, if you do pass by other rooms, because like these are like, different sliding doors, and like they have different depictions of like almost like paintings like on these sliding doors. This must have been some kind of noble house. But you can see on the inside, because all these are lit by candlelight. On the inside, it looks like there are people inside, like talking. Like you can see their silhouettes. But if you go to move the door or look inside, kind of glancing, no one is there. It's just the echo of life, essentially.
The different timeline of life.
Yes. But as you all hear, you all have your time with each other to talk. Who wishes to broach a subject first?
Kaminari will search out Gion to finish patching up the large bite wound in his side. It's getting better, but it's still
Got
very
chomped
much
pretty good.
I got chomped pretty good.
Okay. Gian, are you all, I will say, are you all in the common room together, or are you all kind of spread out?
Be in the common room.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we left the RP, all of us just hanging out in the common room.
Okay.
Yeah, Kaminari's laid down on the ground, like the bandages around the stomach.
Well, just kind of kneeling next to you, start undoing the bandages and the start doing. You notice the chakra just emanating from me as the wind starts to whip up and heal you a little bit more.
Yeah, and he's just laying down. He has his vest like as a pillow, just like letting Gion work.
I think even with all the chakra, you're gonna have a pretty nasty scar even at the end of this.
Just look to Gion and then look to Shiona and Sakiko. Do scars make me look cooler?
I don't know, you tell me. And she's going to pull down her face mask.
Is this the first time we've seen her face in so long?
Actually, is it?
I think
It's definitely mine.
Oh, no.
Gion has never seen her face since the incident. If you had come and visited her at any point, like oh no, I didn't mean to make you laugh.
This makes Gigi cry.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, if you had come to see me,
No, like
once.
the only times that she wouldn't cover her face are when she was at her in her own home. Anytime she left home, she would have her face covered. So only a few people have seen her without her mask.
very possible that Takumi is the only one that has
That has what?
seen her without her face mask.
Oh,
Like he had come to visit her several times.
Just like
They
a
mostly just like sat and ate in silence as they both,
The
mourned
saddest
their
dinner parties.
friend. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so
there's like a minor, like very slight like grimace since he hasn't seen it often. But he doesn't really say anything about it.
Do you want to describe it, Shion?
yeah, I can.
Sure.
So basically I'll put in the chat reactions for us. It's healed better than it was. But there are still scar marks on from going from the corners of her mouth into her cheeks. The healers were able to stitch her up to like prevent it from being worse than it already was. But yeah, it's not. There's a reason she wears the mask. Like, she's very self-conscious about it. And if Kaminari like winced, she would probably put her mask back on, and if she saw him do that.
And he would have done it, but he would have looked kind of like guilty about it after. But yeah, to describe it to the audience, if I don't put a picture up, the myth of like the slit mouth lady or something like a Glasgow smile like the Joker had. just that kind of healed is what it looks like.
It's just a very, very crudely healed scars from running up the side from the sides of her mouth.
Yeah.
Depends on how the scar was earned, I think.
Yeah, she slides her mask back on and then she stands up. And before she leaves the room, she'll just say, "Even if you scar, you're still you." And she'll take her leave and go for a walk through the mansion, I think.
Kaminari gets the guilt condition.
Kind of
Ruined a perfectly good shinobi is what you did.
Look at it.
Look at it.
all
It's
of
got
us.
anxiety.
So much anxiety.
Look at Gosuke. All of us have anxiety.
just kind of tighten the bandages a little bit more. And
Just like the slight tightening. Just be like, yep, I know.
By the way, Kaminari.
Yeah.
So, sorry to make this seem a little weird, possibly, but is there a reason why you stopped Gigi from flirting with the Hoshigaki guy?
Just gonna stare. Like, just stare at Sakiko like, oh, we're doing this now? Okay. Just
Think at that, Takumi sighs and just pushes himself up from where he'd been laying silently in the room and just walks off into the mansion as well.
Kaminari's just kind of... He's not saying anything to Sakiko, but his face is blushing. A bit.
Well, I guess I can kind of understand why you did it, but... And I don't mean to be insensitive either, but Gigi had him distracted.
thank you. I thought it was a good plan.
I mean, it was a good plan. I mean, you pretty much took the entertainer role from me. But you were really good at it, though, so...
He's just gonna pull his headband over his eyes as he's, like, laying there.
But what I'm meaning to get at is that there are different ways to approach our enemies, and maybe sometimes just going after the enemy's whole hog isn't going to be the best decision, you know? Sometimes it could be a little subtle, and sometimes that might require distracting its associates.
I think it's only going to get harder to do the whole hog in the next few as well.
Mm-hmm.
Except maybe the monk. I don't think subtlety is going to work on him.
Well, there's always more than one solution to a problem. So, I know there's feelings in the mix, but try not to let it get in the way of us succeeding in our mission, okay?
She'll just kind of finish up tying up Kaminari's new bandages and be like, besides, you don't have to protect me anymore. I'm not a little kid.
Gigi's protecting us.
He's just gonna sigh and... Yeah, I suppose you're right. This isn't a mission to get emotional on. We gotta be smart about it.
Yeah, so no better time than the present to, get that going, if you know what I mean. And with that, she's gonna stand up from her seat and give them some space.
Kaminari's gonna look at Kosaku. Do you have anything smart to say, or are you just gonna leave also?
Kosaku's just gonna look and be like, I think scars are pretty cool, and walk away.
Jian like slightly raises her hand, like, "Don't leave me."
I fully thought Kosa would be like, "I'm out," just like teleport away.
Gigi, no wait.
If he had tried to stay, Takumi was gonna shadow possess him and just force him to walk out. So
Same speed.
Imagine Kosaku does like the the piece and then does like the fade out, like the meme.
Actual Namikaze gameplay.
Just the actual, yeah, just the after image of the speed.
Yeah. Just see ya.
Well, you two are currently left in the common room by your lonesomes. And like some shadow servants, but you can ask them to leave too if you want.
He's not bothered by the Schrodinger servants.
That's fair.
Seems like they're an entity above my phase of existence. I'm just not even going to consider them.
Above my pay grade.
Over my pay grade. He's gonna move his headband away from his eyes, and I'm just gonna look up to Gian and I know you don't need protection anymore. You proved that. You saved my life. We've all lost a lot.
I know. I know you have all, and I just don't want you to feel like I'm the little kid tagging along.
You're not the little kid tagging along, but I mean, you are the Hokage's daughter, so this just comes this innate sense of being responsible for you.
I don't want you to feel responsible for me. We're friends, and we look out for each other. That's not.
Did my boy just get friend zoned?
Shut the fuck up.
It's an A-rank jutsu. Sorry,
Shut up, Alvin.
The only thing faster than Kosuku.
Yeah, I had that coming.
Oh, also, Tani Kage. Look ahead.
I just.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Don't want you to look at me like I'm just the Tanakagare's kid, or I want you to look at me.
It's just kind of like rubs the side with the bite a little bit, and as he sits up, and I do see you, but I feel like I kind of also see my future boss, the next Tane Kage.
If I say I'll fire you, does that help?
Just kind of chuckles. Just kind of chuckles a bit. Just, I mean, I guess so.
That's a problem for later.
Yeah. We should. You're right. We should probably focus on the here and now.
Damn it.
Yeah, I saw that picture too, and I'm like trying to keep my shit together. I wish the game could see like our Discord, but at the same time, like this Discord goes off the fucking rails.
No, this is for us.
Okay. Yeah, this is for us. Like, the Discord can get unhinged at times.
Oh yeah.
But that's a good meme. Yeah, he's just gonna look at Gian and I'll do my best, okay?
All I want for you to stay safe.
Is that an order?
Will you do it if I say it is?
I mean, just kind of shrugs. Do I have a choice?
I order you to stay safe.
Okay, shut up. Duck coming in with the brat energy between these two.
I'm right, and I'm gonna say
Hey, with your whole chest now.
I will stay safe for you, Gian. But I'll also make sure that you stay safe.
Thank you. And she will she'll lean down and like hesitate for a second and then kiss him on the forehead and help him up.
And I. Okay.
Oh no.
Finish. Let me finish.
What you want to do, Barry? What you want to do? Come on.
The hot mic's already starting.
And I just zip in his head so Gigi kisses him on the lips instead, and then I just zip out.
Fucking kick him by the feet 2 inches up.
You know what? I like little chaos. Give me. I call it a dex check. I have the DC in my head. If you can be a DC 25 dex check, yes.
Oh
all this
man.
is the Naruto accidentally kissing Sasuke moment.
Basically. Just a straight dex check.
Yep.
Damn.
You add a speed die to that.
I'll run all 9 of my speed die for it.
Oh my god.
Could I try to catch him?
You also roll a dex check.
How about 22?
So you got a 22.
Yeah, he got a 22.
Yeah, 22.
You fuck up, and now she's kissing his
Aw.
nose. Good job.
All right, Sakiko, you go to spin around. You're like, something's wrong. What's Kosuke doing? But he's already gone. Kosuke, you feel your moment as you blur toward the room where you remember they were. However, the heights of these, the roof, like of the hallway you're in, is a little low. So, Gian and Kaminari, you hear a heavy, like, impact as you kind of clothesline yourself on like a low hanging roof.
Damn it.
And you kind of just see Kosuke like lying on his back in the doorway.
That checks.
You okay, buddy?
Humble him.
Sakari, are you okay?
By the way, it was instant, so like it happened very quickly. You just heard a poof, and then he's on the ground.
Is he knocked out?
Oh, you're a little dazed. You're okay though.
I get a. What's the one? Concussed, yeah. I get a status.
Just, you all right there?
Concussed yourself.
Don't mind me. And he's just gonna turn around like nothing happened.
I just look to Gian and just, you should probably check him out.
Kosuke, you get up. Your hair's a little messy. You smooth it down. You feel a little sleepy now. You keep walking.
Yep.
Just sleep it off. Sleep off that concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that.
Do you regret your choices?
I regret nothing.
Just walks past you.
You
That also
don't
tracks.
regret that bruise on your head?
I don't regret anything.
I have never regretted anything in my life.
No, there's at least
There's one thing.
Not big fan.
I have regretted one thing in my life.
Imagine the problem being that he's too fast now.
It's like that one meme. It's like, I have no fears. I have one fear.
Yeah, exactly.
One fear.
Or Kev, the line from Nobody last night. Just, I may have overcorrected.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like I wasn't fast enough, and now I'm too fast. I may have overcorrected.
Well, where you all headed next from the common room?
That's a
Come
good
there.
question.
Yeah, Kaminari is gonna like collect his, like get up and collect his vest and everything, and just kind of take it slow walking.
I'm gonna go check on Kosuke.
He's like slightly leaning against the wall right now.
I'm just like wobbling. I can't quite stand up like straight by myself.
Come on, let's get you lie down. And I'll just start heading towards one of the bedrooms and the wind. I'll use more chakra to.
I'm just gonna take a nap. Right here.
No, it's fine. No, not right here. Come on,
Right here.
come
Good
on.
night.
And I will try and drag him to the bedroom.
It's just like you like drag him like on like a stretcher of sand.
Just fully asleep now.
But
Sakiko is just going to be trying to do a little bit of training.
okay, it's easy enough to find a space for it. There's also a little courtyard here. It's also quite nice. You end up. It's a little. I mean, it's slightly unnerving only because like there's like some shadows just watching you, like sitting on rocks and stuff that are nearby in this courtyard.
Is one of the areas filled with spider lilies?
This area is filled with it's like more like one of those gardens that has like sand in it. And the spider lilies are more on the outskirts here. It's like sand rocks and
Like a Zen garden.
yeah, it's like a zen garden.
Well, she doesn't want to go on the sand. There's a garden.
You can also go out into the field and do it there.
The field.
The field it
I
is.
want the field.
The field.
Because then if like I'm doing fast attack shit, spinning around and whatnot, it'll look cool.
Actually, you're right. Okay, I will allow
She
you
has
to.
a point. She has a
That's
very
very,
good
yeah, it's a very good point.
Like even if I'm failing at me like keeping hold of my weapons, at least it'll look cool.
It's like that thing. It's like that thing I saw where somebody was breakdancing in the rain.
Oh, nice.
I get the vibe. It's really cool looking. So yeah, you essentially practice. Yeah, you practice your weapon forms out in the spider lilies, and some of the lilies, follow along with your blades and your movements, and you feel invigorated out here.
Yeah. Bone sights.
Terrifying.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
bone
cool as
and
hell.
scythes, but
So we've all seen you like pull out bone swords. So anybody watching now is seeing you like pull out a scythe.
well, specifically bone chain hand scythe. I just didn't want to say the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I could pull out the bone scythe, but like it's a bit too heavy. Wait, no, it gains the light property if it's a bone weapon. Yeah. Yeah.
On second thought.
So I'll be like, I'll see what this feels like with the whole dang scythe.
Yeah, you kind of for the first time make the bone scythe, and it is basically a perfect white scythe, and you kind of begin mimicking what you remember Shion practicing with her scythe, and you start incorporating your clan's own dance, battle dance techniques with it. And if anyone's like watching, it certainly is a sight to behold to see Sakiko essentially just in this battle dance with this scythe out in the spider lilies as they're like flirting around her.
Just having fun with bone weapons, you know?
Like she does.
Take a line from Bo Burnham. This is the weirdest fucking shit I've ever seen.
What's everybody else doing?
Getting a nap.
You're getting worked on.
He's napping.
I think hello? There we go. Okay. I think Takumi is gonna go after Shion. Try to find her.
Okay. Shion, where'd you head off to?
She didn't really have a destination in mind. I think this is the first time she's actually like really walked around in the mansion. She just kind of started walking. And as she goes, like you described earlier, like if there's shadows of people like moving around in the rooms, she might like stop and watch them for a few moments and then move on and so on. Just kind of in her own head.
Okay. And no particular destination, right?
Not really.
Okay, I'd say you would pass through one of these hallways leads to like a larger room. You can see this room in particular is more open air. Like you're passing through almost like an open hallway heading to another part of this manor, essentially. And above you can see the moon and the endless spider lilies beyond, and it's just like the air is cool, a bit chilly, but I would say probably here, Tuck and me could probably find you.
Okay.
You good?
That's not an easy question to answer.
I mean, fair enough. But after Kaminari's reaction and seeing the monk, and Takumi just sort of trails off.
She won't look at him, but she'll pause for a second. Am I really so terrible to look at?
Takumi will push himself off of the wall that he was leaning against and walk up next to Shion and just take her hand. Never have been.
You ruined me. Outside, inside. My heart. My soul.
He's not going to say anything because he knows that it's something she'll have to come to terms with on her own, but he just sort of squeezes her hand a little bit and stands there with her.
Thank you. Takumi.
Anytime.
How did it feel seeing him die?
It's good. Be as good as the next one. Wherever we find that sand demon, it's gonna pay for everything he did. Just like the monk will in time.
Yeah. He's showing up and making them stronger, though. That is worrisome. What kind of powers does this thing have? I knew he was strong. I knew there was something strange about him, but
Takumi sort of furrows his brow. We know he's gonna show up. Maybe that's something we can use against him.
perhaps. Either way, I will.
Sorry.
It's okay. I will make sure that you see your justice done as well.
He sort of nods. If he uses the same technique, putting his arm through the sand whenever we fell him, maybe in that moment, if we can trap him, we can at least sever that arm.
Not a bad idea.
Sorry, Shadow Dog.
Happens, you know.
Oh, he's here!
That dog actually hit me like a jump scare, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, me too, yeah. I was like, oh shit.
It's like, it got really
Wow.
quiet. It got really quiet, and then just the dog bark, and I was like, dog jump scare.
It startled me, and I was like right here. Sorry.
Listen here, you little shit.
Yeah, basically.
After the shouting on.
Damn it, Maggie.
Besides, still got a few tricks up my sleeve that he hasn't seen.
I can, if he is in such a place, I can potentially use that environment to my advantage, but it wouldn't surprise me if there were others that could as well.
Well, in that case, we just go tried and true. I'll hold him, you hit him.
That works. I hope.
Takumi squeezes her hand one more time and lets go. I think I need to go talk to the seer. Got a few questions for her.
I'll go with you.
Sort of nods and begins to walk out of the room and attempts to, I guess he'll find one of the nearest shadows and ask them to lead them there. That's you.
Kev.
Ah, yes. Sorry, I was really into the scene. I'm sorry, what's up? I was like, all right, I'm GMing. Yeah, I got you.
I'm the GM, yes.
Oh shit, this is
I'm a
my
teacher.
game.
Oh,
It's
God.
just the I'm a teacher meme.
So Takumi will walk out of the room and find one of the shadow attendants and ask them to lead him and Shion to the seer's room.
Oh, okay. It is not too difficult. One of them, easily enough, you can kind of see them as they kind of like bow their head towards you, and once you let them know what you need, they begin following. And like before, you see kind of like tracing their path. You see little embers of flame that kind of light in the air, not in a harming way, but just like I'll say, guiding path toward the seer. Before long, before her door again.
Knock gently on it and wait for it to open.
A bit of a pause. Come in. The door opens, and like before, you see the seer, almost like she hasn't moved, back in the same resting position, sitting on her knees, the red veil over her face, as she smiles a bit. She's, hello, do you need something?
Takumi will take a deep breath and walk in, bowing as he does.
Shion will follow suit.
I've come with a question for you.
And what would that be?
Of the men we seek, the monk. There's something more to him. He transformed one of his men into some sort of demon, it seemed.
She furrows her brow.
Takumi will look over to Shion. I'm sorry. And he's going to pull out a small gourd that he's had this whole time. He's gonna place it on the floor between. Don't know what he wanted with it.
She stares at that.
But I believe he was looking for this in the village that night. If there's anything you can tell us, any way we could use this against him.
You see there is a expression of concern you can discern on her face at that suggestion. This gourd is a fragment of the gourd once held by the king of Oni, Shutendoji. To drink it, it will offer you great and terrible power, but it is risky. By the time, if you continue to partake of the gourd, you could become an Oni yourself, losing all your humanity.
This has the power to turn humans to demons, then.
No, Oni. Demons are under Otakimaru's purview. You see, there's a... Give me an insight check.
Sure.
Kevin's prepping for that lore drop.
Throws the whole damn notebook away. As soon as my character sheet loads. There it goes. You said insight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 16.
Damn, it got plus 12. Shit.
Yeah, that was a low roll for me.
That was a low roll for you. You see, you hear, kind of just in her voice. You can't see her face besides the lower half she lets you see, but there is a venom in her words at that, as if she has personal experience.
With the Oni or with the...
With demons.
Gotcha.
Still, it has the power to transform humans into something else entirely.
She nods.
There
are...
Go on. Apologies.
There are such accursed artifacts still in the world, though their uses and corruption are lost to time. This is Shutendoji's. I know that Otakimaru and Tamama no Me also have artifacts as well, but I do not know where they are.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, above game. The monk already had at least one gourd with him, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I thought so. I just wanted to double check.
And Sand did as well, didn't he?
Say again?
Black Sand also had one, didn't he?
You did not see Black Sand. Actually, what you did?
Yeah, I definitely saw Black Sand.
Ooh, that's actually a good... Give me a retroactive perception check.
Did you see it?
How did I roll the same? All right.
Gotta love roll 20.
You didn't clear the cache.
You're right.
He didn't clear the cache. But I will say that you're not certain if Black Sand had one or not.
Shion looks at the gourd. She's been looking at the gourd. Are you saying, Takemi, you had this and that's why they attacked us?
He shakes his head. No. I found this that night.
I see. Is this the one that he had? The monk? Or is this a different one?
No, the monk took his gourd from your husband.
Okay. Okay. I didn't remember that part.
This gourd has the power to transform humans into Oni. Is there a way we could reverse it? We study it and figure out how to change Oni to humans, even for a brief time.
He already has one gourd.
He does. But if he uses it and we figure out a way to counter it, it might give us the moment we need to strike.
Asking the right questions to give me.
He's got a 20 int for a reason.
That's the big brain. It's so weird. It just shows you how two different instances of 20 intelligence can be like completely varied in this game.
No joke.
I love it though.
Don't you
Charlie
at
knows.
both of my
Charlie knows how to
characters.
use it because like Charlie knows how to use it. My guy just does it for ninjutsu stuff.
I'm not the combat character. I'm the support character.
I can't draw you from the fucking moon. Anyway. At that question, is there a way to change someone back? The seer looks at you, and there is a... Let me make a roll for it, but you had a pretty good one before.
Well, whatever you need me to.
I'll say this, what's your passive insight?
Passive is what, 10 plus your insight, if I remember right? So
It should be
22?
below your stats.
Yeah, it's a 22.
22. And yours, Shion?
Jesus Christ.
My passive insight is actually not all that great. It's only a 12.
Okay. So yes, Akemi, you would definitely get this. At that question, there is almost like a slightly bitter smile at it as she says to you, "That is the answer I've been seeking for a long time." It occurs to you, because you have fought a very powerful one that, Scarecrow became, you are getting the same feeling from the seer, but she's not attacking you.
You've been studying it then?
What's your question? Sorry?
He said to her that you've been studying it then?
Yes, and there is only one instance that I know of that one who is damned can be turned back into something living, something that is not bound to darkness or death. In the past, it was there is a hesitancy to her words for a moment as she, almost like she's recounting something, and you all, actually I think everyone, the castle itself ripples and shifts. And you all are around you see this manor become this huge castle, and these shadow people become true people who are talking, conversing, seemingly in this moment, a memory playing out before you. And the seer, you see her, actually. You see her face. I'll show it to you. One sec. Before you, you see unprecedented prosperity. You see these people that want for nothing. And then you see the next moment, this entire place burn to the ground. Burning, rather. You see fire spreading every which way. One sec, this is definitely a little song change for you guys.
Now, are only the two of them seeing this, or are all the rest of us just suddenly now in a new place with no explanation?
All of you are seeing this.
Okay.
You're like, huh? I'm just out
Everything's,
here training, huh?
everything's suddenly on fire and we don't know why.
Shion and Takumi have context, nobody else does.
Yeah.
One might say you guys are without context.
Hey.
I'm not gonna use that as a chance to plug anything. This is fine.
Yeah, it's the sister channel where you can watch Deca's D&D campaign.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I was a goat.
Yeah, for like 5 whole minutes.
For like 5
Daddy.
minutes. I showed up, did my tuxedo mask impression, and then got out of there.
My job here is done.
My work here is done, but she didn't do
Didn't
anything.
do anything.
I wonder if that episode's out. I think that episode is out, right?
I believe so. I think that was the last one that released.
Yeah.
All right. So, what you all see is this entire place up in flames. You see this woman with long black hair in these beautiful silken robes and these red eyes, pale skin. You see around her are you see the dead bodies of servants. You see the blood splatter across the walls. You see her fingers curled into claws, an almost more bestial, out of control energy as you see her mouth pulled back and you can see a maw full of razor sharp teeth as across from her, behind all of you, you see backing up, seemingly clutching a pendant that they have, a little boy. As you see this woman getting closer, stalking closer to him, as behind her in the flames, you can see this horned figure of shadow. And then the moment flashes again, and you see this woman holding this dead child, seemingly her son, in her arms, her face running with tears of blood as she seems to be shouting something as the boy begins kind of convulsing in her arms and begins also changing into this monster. And stepping into the room in this, clad in almost this light itself, there is another woman whom, with a long spear on her back, kneels before the woman, who looks up at her in desperation. as she puts her hand on the boy's head, and this light washes through him, and this corruption is eaten away as she picks up the boy from seemingly his mother, as she, on her knees in this pool of blood, is looking at her. And as she turns and the boy is saved, the scene returns itself back to the seer in the exact same position the woman was left in on her knees.
Takumi goes from being on his knees to fully supplanting himself in a bow. Seer, I'm sorry to learn of your loss.
I've only ever seen one person saved from that kind of power, and it took a demigod to do it. I cannot. If you wish to use these dark gifts for your purpose, I cannot stop you, only warn you that at the end of it, you would not be who you are before me now.
Takumi will reach out and return the gourd to his pack, nodding. Thank you for everything.
She smiles lightly. You are welcome, Shadow Walker.
He will hesitantly look over at Shion again. I'm sorry for keeping this from everyone.
She kind of shakes her head a little. I understand.
I feared in everyone's grief. It might become too much to either deal with or, knowing what we know now, the temptation to use it against them may be too strong. I'd be lying if I said the thought hadn't occurred to me.
Ryota died because of one of those gourds. They would do the same to you in a heartbeat. It's best if no one knows you have that. But please, becoming the monster to fight a monster feels like a very desperate solution.
Hoping it's not one that we have to turn to. Seer, I apologize, but I have one more question. And Takumi will reach out and offer his hand. This demigod. Is it possible to find her?
She does not take your hand for that question. The demigod is the daughter of Amaterasu, Suzuka Gozen. She's beyond my sight. But if you were to encounter her outside of this place, it would be of your own fortune. I have looked for her for a long time as well, but I have not found her.
We do happen across her. We'll see if I can send her your way.
Say one more time, I'm sorry.
If I do come across her, I'll see if I can send her your way.
There is a smile at the offer. You are kind, Shadow Walker. I no longer belong in your world. Mine fell. I am content to stay within these walls. I do not wish to harm anyone, ever. Never again. But at your journey's end, salvation is not beyond you. She looks to you as well, Shion. Either of you. You both have lost much and more along the way. And yet, in you, I see the potential. The potential to bring this journey to a close, in which you walk away after. The same token, I also see that this journey can end in darkness. That you become that which you hunt. The path that lies before you is ever-changing, never set in stone until it is too late. Have care of your choices. Take care of one another so that you avoid my fate. For the future I see beyond your journey's end, should it go well, is one I think you rightly deserve.
I can only hope.
A word of caution to you as well. Your clan, the Yuki, they are born with a void within themselves of a love lost. Have as much care as you can manage to not let that void consume you. You have those that care for you, Shion. Let them linger near.
I will try.
She smiles lightly. I know. Also, to give your friends my apologies. I did not wish to alarm them.
If anything, they might find themselves a little bit more on their toes. Thank you for seeing us.
You are welcome. It is.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
No, it was just. It is nice to have life in this place. She kind of just smiles to herself, lost in a memory for a moment. But she does motion for you to continue with what you were saying.
I simply wish to know our journey will lead us, as you said, as you mentioned, the Yuki. to the frozen lands of the north, where my clan is from, though I did not grow up with them. Are any of them with him?
You see her eyes beneath the veil shine for a moment. There is.
I see.
He has taken a wife. Ah, I see. In your lands, you would know her as a Yukikage.
Of course.
I'll laugh slightly at that. Oh, we face a whole village then. Of course we do.
It seems that it will be our turn. Then, should they try to protect him?
No. We can't do the same to that village that was done to ours. I'm sure many of them don't know.
Then we lure them out. But I'm certain if he has a wife, she will accompany him.
Talking
And yet,
dogs.
and yet another Yuki will know the loss that I know. Or join him in death, should that be how this goes.
Whatever you choose, speak with your friends and be careful. Even from my sight, the northern lands are dangerous.
Picks his head up, suddenly having a realization.
She looks toward you.
Maybe we can get through to her.
Hmm? How do you mean?
The villages work together occasionally. There's a chance that Jian knows the Yukikage through her father. Or perhaps has heard stories at the very least. Maybe they know something that we can use.
Well,
Takumi
never hurts to see.
Takumi will stand and bow to the seer.
Shion will also stand and deeply bow.
She nods her head to you.
Shall we then?
Yeah, we'll just back out of the room respectfully.
All right. Do you reconvene with your friends?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Assuming we find them conscious.
Kosuke's still unconscious.
Oh, he's not. He's okay.
We'll just slap him awake. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Elbow
awake,
drop
but
him.
I don't want to be.
Oh yeah, I keep rattling around the concussed brain of his.
Like a DVD screensaver.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna get to the corner eventually, Kosuke.
Once it does, it's all over for you.
The berserk button.
The one time he rolls a nat 20.
All right. You all reconvene in the common room?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I know that's where we'll go and see who we can find along the way.
I'll say for the sake of brevity, the Shadow Serpents can probably help kind of gather everybody to the common room.
Hobble back in. Did you guys see the building was on fire?
I forgot about that.
That fully happened, yeah.
So there's a building on fire. There was a mass hallucination or something.
You guys won't believe the dream I just had.
Some
Because
weird
bed
Gensis
literally
shit's
got
happening.
set on fire.
Someone lit me on fire.
Takumi just side-eyes Shion but doesn't say anything.
She opens her mouth like she's going to say something, but then doesn't. That's
The best
so
part
weird.
is no one can even see it.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to laugh or else I'll cry.
Exactly.
I'm actually looking at our names in Discord for the whole letter thing. Are our names just actually alphabetical without my letters?
Yeah,
so.
actually.
How did that work out?
Oh my gosh.
It's like before recording, I had this whole thing where I had to like set up the overlay. And apparently it just can do it with how we have our names in the Discord.
That's hilarious.
Amazing.
So, does anybody know why the building was on fire? And why it's not anymore?
It's another realm. Who knows how things work here?
Glad we're only in this place at night.
Who are you people?
Oh god, he's
Close
concussed
is
again.
now level 1.
Shion and I met with the seer, though. We have some information about where we're headed and who we're dealing with.
Well, at least we're more prepared than last time. That's not a good, is it?
Nah.
Of course it isn't.
Black sand
Not
that
exactly.
we face.
Is there ever a good
It seems Black Sand has a wife.
Not just any wife.
The Yukikage.
Kaminari's just...
Jan looks over at Gigi.
That
We would like to not destroy an entire village.
that would probably be preferable, yes.
Gigi, give me a insight check. With advantage, you particularly.
Let's see. 23.
Oh yeah, you definitely nailed this. You know, this is a little bit bigger than just potentially destroying a village. If it is found that you all are Tanigakure Nin, and you know that Yukigakure has always been isolationist. They haven't let really anyone in. Only on very rare occasions in which, like, when there's a new Kage, or situations like that. This, if you are found to be Tanigakure Nin in their lands, or if you're hostile in those lands, this could become a much bigger situation. We're talking
War.
war.
Let's just pull down the whiteboard here that shows the assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand and the aftermath of that incident.
Great Ninja War Part 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah, pretty much.
If we're caught seeing it all, we can't be. The damage it would do would be far worse than what has happened already.
I guess we need to make a plan.
It's a
No
war
chance
crime
we-
amongst friends.
No chance we end this with any sort of diplomacy, is there?
I appreciate the
Yeah.
energy, Kosuku, but let's not word it like that.
Do you really think that that man would be diplomatic?
No, but if there's a chance we get the Yuki Kage to understand what he is, perhaps we can avoid the worst of outcomes.
We do have another Kage. Well, the Kage's daughter. Perhaps a meeting might be arranged.
She's just gonna look at Gion. Just, do you feel comfortable doing that?
Asking, do I feel comfortable asking a woman to hand over her husband for crimes? It's a hard ask.
So is that a yes?
We can
Akira
try.
shakes his head.
No, it's just like, is that a yes? Like he's trying to understand.
The only problem is if she says no, if it goes badly, our plan Bs are very limited. We can't ask for her to hand him over and then he mysteriously dies.
True.
I need everyone here to give me insight and or intelligence checks.
I'm gonna go with the intelligence, because at least I have those.
Yes, same.
Well, that's better.
God damn it.
Jesus.
Inside or what?
Intelligence. Kimi, you got 24?
I did. And Gian got a 23.
23.
Yeah.
Fitting a tactician's son would get so high.
And the Kage's daughter.
Yeah, the Kage's daughter. You both are good at this. As you're
Almost like we
both
were raised for this.
Yeah. As you're both thinking about this, a potential for war, a conflict ignited. Both of you feel. I mean, of course, you all have your reasons for doing this. But also, what reason could these people have for attacking you all so viciously? And then you recall Black Sand. So clearly, he's some kind of Jitan. And they're like, there's something there that's like beginning to kind of click for the both of you, like around the same time. Is that the point? To ignite war, particularly against Tanigakure. A justified reason to have blood scale on that level. A bloodshed on that level, rather. Scarecrow, after fighting him, that guy was always he was very simple, greedy. The monk, a bestower of power, dangerous, to be sure. But Black Sand's always been he's always been different from the both of them. This one plans, you think. This one is the tactics. This is the one with the reason.
We still have that way to message Tanagakure.
You do?
I think we should ask them if they know anything else about Black Sand. There's something missing.
Can I check my bingo book for anything on him?
Oh, Your bingo. Message me your bingo book. What it does exactly one more time, just so I have it.
That is a good question. All I have is that I have it.
Actually, you know what? Call it high or low. Call it high or low.
High.
I have my notes right here.
Also, my computer's freezing up, so
Could
I
you
can
still
still
install in
hear.
Final Fantasy 14?
Oh, no.
No, the install crashed, and now I'm trying to get my computer to recover from the crash.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
But hey, hi.
Just another day at Charlie's computer.
Woo! It's probably fine. Doesn't help that I was installing that, running this, running Roll20, have about 17 tabs open.
Oh, that'll do it.
Null finals. You know.
Oh boy.
It's fine.
Yeah.
To be fair, that you haven't sounded robotic the whole time.
Which is impressive.
That's true. Until now. No, kidding.
Woo!
Checking your bingo book. You you do see a image of Black Sand. But the weird thing about it is there is suspiciously little info about him. You simply have possible land of origin. It puts him maybe in the coastal lands. It's all vague. And for the bingo book, that's odd.
I wonder. I would like to use... Where is it? My X point? It's my pattern, I think. It's my pattern. So one backup plans. Once per rest, you can select a toolkit or weapon of greater quality and pull it from a scroll that you have always had. So I would like to pull that scroll out and use it to summon a bingo book from another village. And see if ours has been edited.
Clever, Nara.
Wow, that's
Look at the big brain on Takemi.
Goodness, that's really smart.
I'm actually very impressed. I'm going to give you inspiration for that.
Just Kaminari deadpan. Just I would have never thought of that.
Will of fire.
No, I never would have thought of that. That's awesome.
Look, I play himbos because I've played too many characters like this in the past. I do know how to play the smart characters.
The evolution of Charlie.
Look, for so long I had to be the brains of my parties. I wanted to do something different.
And then you got left with us.
Now we're just all dumbasses. It's fine.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. You look up info. And you're checking different lands?
Yeah, I'll check it from the coastal lands.
Okay.
Since we were just there.
You open it, and already, yes, there's a difference. You see in this bingo book the name Nire Jitan. You see high priority target. You see he has a rank classification. And something your eyes are drawn to it says first son of current Tanikage Taro Jitan.
Takumi will lower the bingo book and look up into Gigi's eyes as the bingo book crumbles to dust in his hand. Gigi,
Anything?
we need to talk to your dad.
And Matt, as we're going to call it.
Ah!
Just the screaming
Oh,
cat in the
no.
Discord. Just ah,
That, yeah.
just like out of character. Just like a hand on Gigi's shoulder. Just Gigi, I love you. We're gonna have to kill your brother.
Oh my god.
See, I'm not the Kage. Now you don't have to treat me like it.
Cool. It's like cool. Gonna have to kill your brother. Just
Now you're the Kage.
Because I know we have a bit of a time limit there, but there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
yeah. Just a heads up. The reason this is a shorter episode than normal. It is Canadian Thanksgiving, so Echo will not be with us for our usual full time. So we're doing this for them.
Our resident
so-
Canadian.
There's terrible secret. They're
Our
Canadian.
resident,
so-
our resident Canadian.
Yeah, so just a little bit more of a setup session, if you will.
Oh my
definitely.
god, though.
Boy, was it.
It's like the stakes, as one would put it, are raised.
Yeah.
God, who's raising all that cattle?
It's all the Texans.
Hey,
The Longhorn conversation.
it wasn't me who had the longhorns.
There were 3 of them. They were guards.
They were just doing their job.
All right. Do you think this session needs an outro, Kev? Or is that a good enough?
I think it's
Cliffhanger.
best to leave that one on a cliffhanger, honestly.
Yeah, that one's good as it is. That one's good as it is.
Okay. I'm going to do some quick housekeeping for this. Just reminding everybody to like the video, subscribe, share it out if you enjoy the content. Also, check out the other channels without context, where you can watch more of these players in other D&D campaigns. We do upload every Saturday. That is the plan, unless things change and all that. And we have started to play around more with shorts. So if you guys are watching these videos and you find moments that you like, put them down in the comments and everything, so we can make shorts out of them and stuff like that, and kind of get the
They're down
word spread
there.
out. Yeah, get the
I'm
help us
pointing,
get
but you can't
the
see.
yeah help us get the word about the channel and everything spread. Shorts are kind of the new meta here on YouTube, so we're trying to get into getting those figured out. But yeah, that's all that I kind of have to say for the typical housekeeping. So, anything anybody else would like to add?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
All good.
I might have lost.
What's up?
I lost Discord.
Oh, okay. So yeah, well, so we can let Echo get on their way, and Charlie can handle his Discord things. Kev, if you
back.
want to,
His
I
poor
guess
pooter.
Kev, if you just want to take us out, say goodbye to everybody.
Of course, everyone, thank you for watching so much, and we'll see you next time on Whispers of Ruin.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 See ya.